do it.
All right, let's go. Let's start from the beginning. We embarked on a long-awaited truck camping trip to Grand Teton National Park. Our hearts were so excited to get back to this place that we visited during our honeymoon 13 years ago. We had 3 full days to spend here in the Tetons, and we planned out lots of hikes and activities that we never got to experience the last time we visited. But little did we know, Mother Nature had a different plan in store for us. As we arrived in the park, the skies were overcast, the Tetons were clouded up, and a gentle drizzle weaved in and out. Despite the moody weather taking place, we decided to make the best of the situation. We packed our rain jackets in our bag, put on waterproof shoes, and set out with a sense of adventure with a wet hike to Taggart Lake. The lake was beautiful, but knowing that there was some massive mountains right behind this lake made us pretty sad that we couldn't see it in all its beauty. We decided to cut our day short and not explore much more, as we hoped we would just wake up to much better weather tomorrow. We went on the hunt for a dispersed campsite near the park and found this cozy site tucked far back in the forest. We woke up the next morning with hopes of witnessing the Tetons, but roughly 20 minutes after waking up, we started to hear raindrops on the roof of our camper. And as we left our campsite for the day and made our way through the forest, the views finally opened up, and guess what? The low-hanging clouds were still hanging out, obstructing the magic peaks of the Tetons once again. So for this day, we actually booked a campsite in advance at the Signal Mountain Campground. And although it was way too early to go to camp already, we really didn't have much else to do. So we went to the campground to see if we could check in early. And we could. We decided just to have a cozy morning in our camper and make brunch. We made some French toast, cheesy eggs, and some huckleberry breakfast sausage we found at the Teton grocery store. It turned out to be a perfect cozy little morning tucked in the woods, listening to the rain, making breakfast, and just relaxing. Later that afternoon, the rain finally stopped, our spirits remained undampened, and we decided to go and enjoy an afternoon drive. We spent our time walking around and enjoying views of Jenny Lake. Our original plan was to take the Jenny Lake boat ride to the other side of the lake and do some hiking. However, we decided it wasn't really worth the effort since the clouds really weren't in our favor. After Jenny Lake, we weren't ready to call it quits for the day yet, so we decided to take a drive and see one of the most photographed spots in the park, the Mormon Row area. This scene normally has views of the Tetons behind it, but not today. Our last day we woke up to blue skies and the birds were chirping. We felt hopeful. We left our campsite at around 8 a.m. and drove to the top of Signal Mountain. We couldn't believe our eyes. Our persistence in embracing the rainy weather had rewarded us with a renewed appreciation for the beauty that surrounded us. The Tetons were finally showing off. This is the first time we've ever seen this mountain range at its fullest. Because yes, even 13 years ago during our first visit, we never got to see these mountains. They were completely cloud covered then too. We were so happy the Tetons finally came through for us. But as we started to make our way down the mountain and along the range, the Tetons decided to cloud right back up. We got to experience them for 30 minutes before the clouds came back in and we had to say goodbye again. We were so sad. That was it. 3 days and only 30 minutes of seeing this mountain range that we've been so excited to get back to and experience. This weekend in Grand Teton National Park taught us a very valuable lesson, that nature's plans don't always align with ours, but we can still find magic in our ability to adapt and find joy in the unexpected. It was as though the natural world wanted us to slow down for once, making us savor each raindrop, every cloud, and just be. Mother Nature didn't want us to be on a schedule this weekend. She didn't want us to get up and rush to the next activity. Mother Nature just wanted us to be. And if we took anything from this weekend, it was the simple joy of being in each other's company, enjoying the comforting gift that Mother Nature handed us, and embracing what could have been a disappointment and turning it into a memorable and cherished experience. As I'm sitting here editing this vlog and rewatching this footage, this was truly one of the most memorable truck camping trips we've had yet. Not on our schedule, but Mother Nature's. And that was okay. To give up that control for once, that was okay.